This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Humanity, look how far you've fallen. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update before I turn the show over to Mexican Ironman and Zero. The last week has been absolutely crazy for me. Last night I was in the emergency room till about 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been really sick the last couple of days. Last Monday, I started working on my arm again, and my right arm, working out in a gym, and I went swimming afterwards, and apparently I got a really nasty ear infection. My whole left side of my face is swollen. My ear is infected. I have been nauseous up all night, the last couple of nights, really sick. That along with the funeral that I am going to tomorrow. That's an 8-hour drive there, and then an 8-hour drive back on Wednesday. So it's been really crazy for me the last week. I wanted to tell all of you that I appreciate all of the well wishes. Thank you so very much, guys, for the messages in Discord, for the concern that has been shown. Thank you very, very much. I'm not usually one to complain or to do anything like that. I certainly have issues with sharing sometimes, especially when I get down, but I just wanted to let you all know that you guys helped me get through this. And you're going to keep helping me get through this. And I appreciate that. Really, I do. Thank you all so very much for being here for me, for being in Valhalla, and for helping me through all of this. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, Chris, Purple, Mike, for taking over. Psychodorf 9, thank you, brother. I am taking care. Larry. Thank you all so very much, all of you, for being here and for get some Dramamine. It will help immensely. I'm trying to deal with it, Mark. I'm taking Tums and just trying not to. Yeah, I get that sick, but that just keeps happening. So, guys, I'm going to turn the show over to Mexican Ironman and Zero. I just wanted to say thank you, and I just wanted to show my appreciation to all of you for being here for me. Thank you so very much. Let me bring in those two knuckleheads. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. And as long as you're doing all right, man, just take care of yourself, take care of yours. That's what matters. We are all here for you, brother.
I want to show my personal commitment. There will be no selling, and for solidarity, there will be no selling of any iron thongs while our boss is down. Because I'll get fired anyway.
You'll get fired anyway. I thought you were supposed to ship all those back anyway.
I did, but I went to Michael's, the hobby shop, where you can like make your own crafts, and it's amazing what you can do with like sequins these days and the needle and thread. On a bit of a serious note, before we get started with the show, everybody, this is just temporary. The boss is going to be fine. Sometimes just life hits you like a tsunami in different angles, and that's what's happened. But we are Valhalla, and we stand strong, don't we, Zero?
Damn right. Ow! I do want to say, Loki, thank you for taking the time to update us on everything going on. We know life hits you like a ton of bricks sometimes, and again, we are all here for you.
From every angle.
From every angle.
Like, from every damn angle. That's what it's felt like.
It's like getting butt fucked with an isosceles triangle, man.
Without a reach around.
Wait, why would you guys know what that feels like? That's a weird analogy.
I've heard things. I've heard. It's on the internet. I saw it on Wikipedia, so it's true.
And Roger H., listen, brother, thank you so very much for all the support you've shown, for all the thumbs up, for all those times you threw out those super stickers, Raj H. Thank you, brother, so very much. And don't be sorry. You have kept the fires here burning bright. Thank you, Raj.
You the man, Raj.
Who has been an incredible supporter of all kinds of channels. Raj H is one of those guys that scans the YouTube, and he's a fan of different places like I am. And Raj, like, I'm constantly blown away and surprised. Like he'll go somewhere and then he's there. Huge supporter of so many channels. And Raj, your street cred is well established, brother. Just showing up and saying hi is a good day. Don't even worry about any super chats or stickers or any of that stuff.
Word.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a great show.
All right.
I will talk to you guys when I get back. Thank you all so
Go get him, brother.
Hit him hard, baby.
All right.
Now, so this is where the show officially falls apart. Thank you all for coming. Let's quit while we're ahead.
Yeah.
All right. I do have some notes because I wanted to prepare a little bit more for this week. I just want to say right off the bat, to all of you who have followed me on Twitter over the past few weeks, thank you very much. You know who you are. I made a point to follow you back. I really do appreciate that. You've increased my Twitter activity by probably 150% because I'm, not very active anyway. And one more thing, to those of you who may or may not be dealing with all this crazy ass shit weather down in Louisiana, my thoughts and prayers are with you all. We're all in this together. We all feel it. And I just want to say, hey, you know what? You guys take care of yourselves. I hope you're all doing okay. And for every one of you in chat who are here this morning, despite everything that's going on, thank you so much. A fist bump to you. You guys are the shit. You guys rock. And thank you so much for being here.
And can you do me a favor and put in the private chat between us, what your Twitter handle is, and then I'm going to throw it out on the for everybody.
I can do that for you, no problem. A little click, and away we go.
Awesome. And so he is at Zero. So everybody in the stream, I'm going to put at Zero Pium. That is a cool name. How did you come up with Zeropium? What's the history of that?
All right. Do you guys really want to know this? Because it's kind of silly, but it's also kind of cool. So
wait, before we do that, hold on. Let me take care of Raj H real quick here. Raj H, guess what? I learned how to work the dashboard. I showed up early today and I learned how to work the dashboard. So Raj is going to get because of his loyalty and amazingness, he's going to get this one right here.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You like that one? And we have Psychodwarf 9.
Psychodwarf 9, baby.
And he's gonna get one too, everybody.
Oh, if that doesn't kickstart your jumblies early in the morning, I don't know what I don't know. You don't have a soul. But just really quickly, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Oh, Darth Poopy. Yeah, way to go, my brother. Just really quickly going through the chat here. I just want to say good morning, Dave, Bob, Larry, Mexican Iron Man. So glad to be doing this with you. Punk Waddle, Jedi Bill 797, Arwen Avalon. I see you there, our resident Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, so good. Had to throw that out there. We had a thing last week. If you don't know, go watch a show from last week. That'll fill you in.
Who had a thing?
Yeah. We all had a thing.
What
It was a big thing. It was a big thing.
What does that mean? Were there flowers and candy involved? I don't understand.
Oh, I don't know, but it wasn't. Well, I mean, we tried to keep it PG, but I don't remember a lot of flowers and candy. Who knows? But I woke up with a burn the next morning.
All right, keep welcoming everybody.
But anyway, also, Arwen, to answer your question, how's the yoga going? Oh man, yeah, I've been doing DDP yoga. Today is my first official day off. I'm finally getting to relax today. So I spent the last 4 straight days sweating and swearing. And no shit, guys, I believe my scale to be fairly accurate. And within those 4 days, I want to say I'm already down 4 pounds, give or take maybe a few ounces for the clothes I'm wearing. But yeah, 4 pounds in 4 days. How freaking crazy is that? So it is going very well. I am looking forward to continuing to do that. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but oh my God, I have never sweat so much in my life.
Except for whatever you did last week that you can't remember.
Oh, we were just poking fun at some Disney things, and then Jessica Rabbit came up, and we all love her, and we don't want it. Yeah. Larry with the $1.99 super sticker with Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh my God.
Well, let me take care of Larry here. Larry, you're going to get yourself one of these, buddy. And I got one from Mark the Infinitely Tired, too. This is for both of you guys.
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
That's a dollar bill.
That's a dollar bill. We got more people to welcome. You want to keep going down the list? DJ
Woo.
Ronnie G, keep going.
Oh man, Dave Bob, riding your bike 10 miles every day. You know what? I love bike riding, but I couldn't even do 10 miles. So hey, props to you, brother. That's great. You do what works for you, man. That's awesome.
Welcome to Colin P. Smith. Good morning to you. Hello, GoGo13 Anime 101. GoGo13, I'm going to talk about you a little bit this morning on the show because my first anime, I ordered a bunch of them, and the first one arrived last week, and I get 3 more that are showing up today. We're going to talk about in a minute. Hail the Soul Assassin. Hail to DJ Ronnie. My brother, Brightest Day, who I can never... Hey, Brightest Day, do you know how hard it is? You know how hard it is to say hi to you on a cell phone because it doesn't auto-populate? Oh, God, it's impossible. My big brother, and of course we've already said hi to Mark, Snort, and then there's
Snortapoopus
Cuber. And no, there's no relation between Snortapoopus and Darth Poppy because Darth Poppy is a made-up personality. Azaj, what's up, my brother? Yeah, Jedi Bill 797, Punk Waddle, my good brother Andy Masterson. Andy Masterson and I are actually working on a special project. Details to follow soon in a future show. A very special project. My lady Arwen, and of course mi amor, Purple Valkyrie. You know what? You better watch it with that Purple Valkyrie, brother, because we might find ourselves pistols at dawn, if you know what I mean.
Man, Purple Valkyrie, she is my 9 a.m. shield bash to the face. Oh yeah. She knows how to get it done.
Oh yeah, she certainly does. Hail to my brother Shum. What? There is a relationship between Darth Poopy and Mexican. No, they're not. They're same people. There's Darth Poppy. Shum, you stop that. Stop that, Shum.
Are you causing mischief on the mornings of mischief? How dare you? You marry Jessica Rabbit. All right. That's Mark the Infinitely Tired. Make sure not to eat the Fanta salsa that Mexican Iron Man makes. Oh man, I think there's something going on there, isn't there?
Sounds gross, doesn't it?
It just sounds kind of serious. It sounds kind of weird. But anyway, all right. So I will hammer this out quick because you asked for it and we kind of just glazed.
Yeah, I want to know the story. I want to know the story and the history of your name.
All right. So
don't shorten it up. Give it to us good.
I will. Brightest Day with the $1.99 super chat down there. I'm not changing my branding. No, you do you, buddy. Ha ha.
Wait,
Damn right.
wait, I got a present for him. Just in case he was here this morning.
Could
Hold on,
this
hang on.
be a skull?
It could be, but I got a special one for him. Hold on. I gotta find it. Hold on. He gets this one right here. Hold on.
I already used my limit.
No, we don't have a limit. You're Zeropium. You don't have you don't have limits. You have nothing but infinite goodness and infinite amazingness.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh my God, we got another one coming in.
oh my God, Dave Bob with the Darth Poopy equals Mexican Iron Man. What?
You know, I if we're not careful, this damn thing just might start trending one day, and if it does,
Yeah.
well, that's another one. That is so good. That's I freaking love. All right,
That
all
is-
right.
that
So
is-
everybody,
That is
Keep going.
kicking every piece of my balls this morning. That is awesome. Snorter
All right, so-
Poopus Q Burr. I can't figure out of I'm sure that meant to say if. That's okay. I am here to autocorrect you all. I can't figure out if Zeropium is the name of a secret asteroid base or an exotic transuranic element.
well,
Oh,
tell us
boy.
the story.
All right. And good morning to Stephanie. Good to see you again. Excellent. All right. Okay. So the quick and ugly version here. All right. If you are an Alien franchise fan like I am, basically the first three, because Alien Resurrection was kind of shit. Alien versus Predator doesn't count because that's a whole different universe of canon anyway. And yeah, okay. So if you're a fan like I am, you have the quadrilogy set either on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever you got. And if you are like me, you enjoy watching all the bonus material that came along with it. So basically what happened is the artist who conceptualized and came up with the design of the alien, the design of the derelict ship, basically anything that had to do with the alien species, H.R. Giger came up with it. He was a fantastic, absolutely fantastic Swiss surrealist artist. If you guys have never seen any of his artwork, just Google it. It will blow your mind. It is absolutely fantastic. Yes, Arwen, Alien 4 does not count. Absolutely. I'm glad somebody agrees with me. So basically, when the original writers of the first Alien movie were working the screenplay out, the whole story, they were meeting with Fox when they were getting their motion picture rights and all that kind of shit set up, and they met H.R. Giger. And Giger came up to one of the writers with a little piece of tinfoil and said, "Would you like some opium?" And the writer said, "Why do you take that stuff?" And Giger said, "Well, I'm afraid of my visions. I'm afraid of what I see." And Dan O'Bannon, the writer, said, "Well, it's only in your mind." And Giger said, "That's what I'm afraid of." And I was thinking, opium. That's kind of a cool idea. So now you can see where this is going. So originally, actually, there's a few places I still use it, but I used to have a tag that was basically called Alien Opium. And I used that for a while. And then many, many moons ago, Psycho Dwarf 9. See, he does not like edges. And he definitely likes hiding some dirty things in his pictures if you look closely. Yes, that is, yes. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry, but yes, that is Jonathan Davis's mic stand. Giger did design that for him. Yep, exactly. You got it, buddy. So basically, Alien Opium, I can't even speak. Alien Opium was my tag for quite a while. And then many, 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 many moons ago, back in 2007, leading up towards April, if you're also like me, one of your favorite bands will be Nine Inch Nails. If not, hey, all right, you do whatever works for you. So anyway, back in 2007, Trent Reznor was working on his new album, Year Zero. And behind that whole album was an absolute shit ton of what they called an alternate reality game scattered across the web. Numerous websites, flash drives hidden behind stalls at live concerts and shit like that. So there was just so much going on. So eventually the two just kind of came together. I took Opium and Year Zero and just blended them together. And that is the story of how that name came to be.
Now, is it pronounced Zeropium, Zeropium?
I usually just say Zeropium because it's easier. It just rolls right off the tongue. But you guys can pronounce it any way you want. I go with Zeropium because it's easier to say. But that is the story. So thank you all for listening to me ramble.
Okay, I think it's a pretty cool name. You like how I put you front center on the stage and stuff?
Oh, that's okay. Larry, Giger already had books of alien designs years before the movie. That is true. He actually had several, and I would kill to have even one of those just to be able to look through and say I have one of these. Yeah, he had numerous works, and the cool thing was everything he designed. I'm sure we'll get into the Alien franchise at some point.
Well, I want to get into it right now a little bit, if you don't mind, because here's the thing. Check this out, brother. Is that I've always been a huge I yes, some movies suck and some don't suck and some are great. Okay,
yeah,
but almost anything Alien and Predator I still like at some level. I just love the whole damn universe.
Absolutely.
I mean, look. Okay, really quickly, what's your two worst Alien movies?
Worst?
Yeah, the two worst.
The two worst would have to be, oh God. Well, Alien Resurrection, just because that was just random shit, whatever.
Okay.
And the second one, see, that's kind of a tough call because I know I said I don't want to include the AVP movies because that's a whole different canon. Those two, the first one's not as bad as the second one. The second one sucks, because you can't see shit. It is so friggin' dark in that whole movie. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. So on top of that, honestly,
wait. When you say the second one, you mean the one that's up in the ice and all that? Or
no, the first AVP was in Antarctica, so that's the ice one. That one I don't believe was as bad as the second AVP one, but again, those don't count. So I would have to say I actually didn't mind Prometheus. I will say this about Prometheus: it is a beautiful movie to look at.
Yes, isn't it?
It is great, absolutely gorgeous.
You know what? Isn't it? I've decided that I really decided that I can get around all of the awfulness of each of those movies just because I love the cinematography and the scope of it all.
It is absolutely fantastic. Sorry,
let me ask you this question. This is how I felt. I got in this debate with somebody online, but I felt this is going to turn into an Alien versus Predator show because we're about to geek out. Everybody, warning here. Let me give everybody an alien warning. That's the Alien Predators are coming warning.
Mother, I've turned the cooling units back on. You bitch.
Doesn't it sound just like that part of the movie?
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks.
All right, so let me ask you this question.
Lucky star.
So when you look at those movies, this is what I've told myself. I said I can ignore the problems in canon. I can ignore some of the bad writing. I can ignore some of the way that the storylines and the storytelling wasn't complete because there were things that were cut out that never should have been cut out by far, right? Yeah. And if you get the bonus editions and that stuff, and if you act like a true fan and get fanatical about it, you can find the pieces that are missing, and then the movies get a lot better. I'm going to use the same analogy to. It's very similar to BVS, Batman versus Superman versus the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut was incredibly, amazingly very enjoyable for me. Yet what originally came out was difficult to get through, but I still appreciate it. Anyway, let me ask you this question.
All right,
are you okay with how maybe the flaws, but still, because of what we got in terms of what it was able to complete for us for the universe, you could still appreciate the films, or no, or they're just crap? Like, how do you feel?
I can absolutely. I can still appreciate all the films based on what they were trying to do. Like, if to gloss over all these really quickly, the first one had a ridiculously low budget of $8.4 million, and they built that movie. That was filmmaking. They made that film. They built all those sets. Giger hand painted all the alien material, anything that had to do with Alien in that movie, he designed and hand painted himself. Like, they didn't just rattle that shit together. He made all that stuff. So considering it was
painted, you mean like by hand, analog? It wasn't.
He would go up on ladders and scaffolding with airbrushes, and he would hand paint all the Alien sets.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Yeah, that was the type of artist he was. That was all hand painted, ladies and gentlemen. If you did not know that, it's a true story. Go check out the bonus features. It's all there. So I appreciate the fact that it was a low budget movie, but they made it look bigger than what it was, because there were some astronomical sets in that movie. The second one, they took it in a slightly different direction. They added a lot more action. I can appreciate it for what it was, because James Cameron, who is also Canadian, shout out to him, was coming into his absolute prime at that point. His prime stretched for quite a while, because he still did Terminator 2 several years later and all that. So yeah, an absolute genius, visionary in his own right. The third one, this is where shit's gonna fall off the rails for some people, because some people just hate the third movie. I enjoy and respect the third film, Alien 3. I respect the hell out of it based on the sheer number of absolute walls they were backed up against from day one, because that movie was announced and greenlit before a final script was even ready. They went through so many directors because they all kept circling the drain and coming up with the same boring idea, and they just couldn't get a finalized script going at all. And the fact that David Fincher came in and was able to somehow congeal all this together into what was put out in the theater, I respect the hell out of him for that. I respect the film for what it was up against. And if you guys are able to go check out the assembly cut, that is a lot closer to what David Fincher's original idea was.
Wait a minute. What is the assembly cut? Why don't I know about that?
The assembly cut, there's the theatrical cut, and then there's the assembly cut. They don't call it a director's cut because it doesn't exist. Because as soon as David Fincher was done directing that movie, he was out. Like, he never wanted to associate with Alien at all ever again. And that was very well documented in lots of in the press and the trades. Yeah, because those Fox and those producers were just down his throat 24/7. So the assembly cut, it reincorporates footage that was lost, dialogue that was lost, basically kind of like deleted scenes, lost dialogue, and all that kind of stuff. And it kind of helps to make the film a more cohesive unit rather than what we just got in the theatrical version. There's still a lot missing. And they've even said at one point, in order for Alien 3 to have a director's cut, David Fincher would have to be allowed to go back, remake the entire film from top to bottom to follow along with the vision that he wanted. So obviously that's never going to happen. So again, quickly to wrap this one up, the fourth one, I don't know. There's not a whole lot that I respect about it because I didn't really enjoy the plot. I respect what Joss Whedon tried to incorporate into the original screenplay. Yes, he did write the original screenplay for that too. And of course, that was a lot more Fox coming in saying, well, you need to change this. You need to have this in there. Oh, and you have to bring Sigourney Weaver back, because his original screenplay that he wrote did not have Sigourney Weaver in it, because spoiler alert, when she died in the third one, that was pretty much the end of it. So.
Didn't you feel that the fourth one? So here's the thing with that movie. I feel like it was just a bunch of. It was like a car that you duct taped together. You know, you duct taped the. You know, the door didn't close right, the hood didn't close. I mean, it was just a bunch of stuff thrown together, and
yeah.
And that to me is the worst one by far.
Yeah,
of all of them, and both you. Well, hold on, I shouldn't say that because. Okay, well, no, we're talking about a different universe. We're not going into Predator. We're keeping it at Alien. Today, we're going to keep it at Alien. Now, are you also a Predator fan as well, or not so much?
I am a Predator fan, yes, absolutely.
Okay, we'll do that on another day this week.
We'll do that another time.
Okay, so let's stick with Alien. So that one, to me, is the absolute worst movie, is that fourth one.
Yes. To me, they go in order. The first one's my favorite. Love the second one. Highly respect and enjoy the third one. Fourth one, don't give a shit. Colin P. Smith. Oh, sorry. Mexican. Oh, Mark the Infinitely Tired. $4.99 super chat. The Mexican alien movie, Alien, the illegal immigrant tortilla farmer, filmed entirely at Tijuana Donkey Show. Is that a true story? Oh. Woo. Oh. When does it end?
Well, apparently, I don't know when it's going to end. That I had to shut my mic off. That was I was cracking up when I first read it.
Oh,
and you're in the middle of talking. But all right, so we got Psycho Dwarf 9. Let's see here. What do we have? We got Psycho Dwarf 9 with the or was it Larry with the $1.99 super sticker?
Oh no, you lost me.
All right, and we got Mark the Infinitely Tired here. So let me go ahead and take care of these guys. Let me see which skull should we use. Which skull? Oh, I got one. Let's
cue it up.
One. So that was for
hell yeah.
That was for Psycho Dwarf 9, and that was for Mark the Infinitely Tired, and Larry, thank you for your $1.99 super sticker as well. Ha ha.
Larry with the Rocky and Bullwinkle. Sorry, going back up the chat here.
So we got a question from the floor right there from Chris Persia.
When does the Donkey Show finally end?
This group is out of control.
It ain't over till it's over. Sorry, go back up the chat here. I don't know when it ends, buddy. I really don't know. Colin P. Smith. I thought Alien Resurrection had some interesting ideas. You know what? I will never deny that. It did have some very interesting ideas. Absolutely. There was just so much other stuff thrown in there that I don't understand what the thought process, like Wayland Yutani getting bought out by Walmart. Are you fucking kidding me? And I'm sorry, that one was also in the special director's cut. If you haven't seen that one, yes, that is in the director's cut. And sorry, yes. Colin, yes, to go back up there, I was looking at that. Have I listened to the audible audio of the original Alien 3 idea with Michael Biehn and Lance Hendrickson? I have not, but I really, really want to. And that is where I wish they would have carried that on, is like directly.
Well, what is that original idea? I don't even know what that's referring to.
Yes, fill us in, because I haven't heard that yet. This is where you can teach us the ways.
All right, so now we're at the fourth movie, so we talked about that. So now let's keep going.
Let us keep going.
Do you want to go to Prometheus? Where do you want to go?
Well, yeah, we can gloss over Prometheus if you want. Like I said, absolutely beautiful film to look at. And I will say, I don't know if David Lindelof knew what the fuck he was doing from day one. He was the writer of, he was the writer of Lost. So if anyone ever got confused watching Lost, that's why Prometheus was kind of a clusterfuck as well. Because obviously you would think it's starting out as an Alien prequel, and then it kind of just grew into this story about the engineers, the big, hulky, burly guys who own the ship. So that's what that kind of bled into, and that became its own thing. And then it just became, let's do a movie about engineers. And Walmart, they were slid off. Clearly Amazon would buy out the Wayland Yutani Corporation. You know what? That is true. It would either be Amazon, Google, or Disney. And two of those three scare the
Well, it ain't going to be Disney, because right now Disney's credit rating is low, and so they couldn't afford to. They couldn't afford to take out the loan, and they sure as hell aren't going to use the little cash they have.
Hashtag leave Jessica alone, damn it, or I'm going to go Batman on your ass. So yes, Prometheus, beautiful film to look at. I love where they were trying to go with it. Again, it was a little bit confusing if you were a general consumer like I was, thinking, I thought this was going to be an Alien prequel or blah blah blah, which it kind of is and it kind of isn't, because it doesn't have a whole lot to do with the alien species themselves. It's just kind of a little bit of a sidestep and a little bit into the backstory of how kind of some of this was discovered. But again, absolutely gorgeous film to look at. I actually used to get into debates about this as well, because this is obviously set numerous years ahead of the first Alien film. And I got people always asking me, well, how the hell were these guys flying around in these multi-billion-dollar super state-of-the-art ships. And then in the first Alien movie, it's just like a big moving oil refinery. And my theory was the ship in Prometheus, that belonged to Wayland. That was Wayland's ship. That is the spearhead of his entire fleet. The grunts that we got in the first Alien movie, they were just that. They were grunts. They were truck drivers in space. So they got
Zeropium. You are so brilliant, brother. I got in a similar debate with somebody else on this very matter years ago. And bro, you are brilliant, because here's the analogy that I use, and it's exactly what you're talking about. What I say is like, okay, imagine in the current world, right? You got a guy driving a semi truck, you got a guy with a Ford F-150 pulling a trailer, and then you have this other guy over here where maybe they're not, they're not long haul truckers, but he's in a McLaren. Okay.
Yeah.
And that ship was like the McLaren. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly how I looked at it, because I said that, the guys in Alien, they were the grunts. They were the workers. They got to drive all the big shit, because if you watch the opening scene in Alien, it's like a giant ass cargo ship. They're transporting thousands and millions of tons of mineral ore back to Earth. That's what they were flying. That's their job. They're not going to fly Wayland's ship. What do they need that shit for?
Right. It's like Wayland, if the music in the lobby on a Wayland ship would be like house electronic techno dance, like ooh, 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 ooh. And then and then on the original Alien ship, it'd be like, we got a great big convoy head across USA. We got a great big convoy. Come on, let me hear it. Pull the horn down, Zero.
Flying out in space.
The musical morning stylings of Zeropium and Mexican Ironman. Yes, yes.
When Loki's away, what the hell do we get up to? I'm sorry, Leia Rose. Yes, your question's been hanging there. That I could answer that, but please do. Put it up. How deep into spoilers do you want to get?
Because dude, these movies have been out forever. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
Okay. So here's the thing, and here's where I have a problem with where Prometheus ended up going into what they did in Alien Covenant. The engineers did not make the aliens. Yes.
Hold on. Wait, I got a noise for that. Hold on.
Yep. We're leaving. All right. So no, the engineers did not make the aliens. Now, the true story for the engineers is they engineered, no pun intended, I guess they engineered the black goo. In the start of Prometheus, the guy goes up to the waterfall and he drinks it and he falls in the water, and then his body breaks down, and then boom, there's life. They made us. And here's where I start having a problem. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. We don't fucking need to know who made the aliens. We don't need to know that. The fear of the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown. They're scary to look at. They're scary by themselves. I don't need to know where they came from. But the problem is, in Alien Covenant, they went right off the rails with this. Because if you watch Prometheus, David, the android, stole the goo and he infected people on the ship with it, and that ended up making weird ass mutations all on their own, like the guys who were trapped in the giant headroom there, and they got the little worm thing that had the goo, and it turned into the big snake, and then it broke the guy's arm and it climbed down the guy's face or into his throat and shit. Yeah, the goo just does apparently whatever the hell it wants. And then the goo, or the face hugger thing, or whatever the hell it was, infected the engineer. And then the little deacon thing popped out at the end of the Prometheus after credit thing or whatever. I'm getting off the rails here. So David the android smuggled the goo. God, that sounds like a sex move. So, yes.
it sounds like
he was packing the goo in a secret compartment.
It sounds like something you and Loki would have done back in the day, but I don't want to,
we did a lot of things back in the day, but let's stay on the subject here. So anyway, David smuggled the goo, and because he had evil intentions himself. And then Alien Covenant starts up, and we're thinking, oh, cool. So let's see what David and Shaw did. Oh no, Shaw died off screen. Yeah, she's dead now. She's dead. So yeah, spoiler alert. So anyway, David started toying around with the goo, and he's the one who, quote, invented the aliens. He invented the alien race into, through a series of ecological stages. He was trying to perfect what this species could be, because the xenomorph is the perfect organism. So yes, according to the film canon, which we got in Alien Covenant, David invented the alien species.
Yes.
And that's where I have a problem with that, because
and there's a bunch of problems with that concept.
Yep.
Bunch. Let's go over them real quickly. Dude, you and I are like separated at birth on this stuff. I love it. All right, go into
it is great, isn't it?
Yeah, and I agree with your analysis completely. It is David that did it. Okay, so now explain to the problems with that, because there's a myriad of problems.
Well, I will tell you again, and I've already hammered this home. We do not need to know where they came from. I mean, yeah, it'd be kind of a cool backstory to figure that out and have its own little, film on that. But it's not necessary. We don't need to know that. What makes them so creepy is we really don't know anything about the aliens at all. At all. And I like it that way. I mean, aliens don't even have freaking eyes. Do you know why? They thought it'd be scarier if you don't know where the monster is looking. Those are Giger's words. Those are Giger's words, because they understood the fear of the unknown, because they knew not to hammer out every fine detail and every useless point that no one is going to give two shits about at all. And now we've got 2 films about that very thing.
Yes. In fact, the fear of the unknown about the aliens not having eyeballs is the same fear I would leave when I would leave the house, and my ex, I knew that my credit cards were somewhere in the house and I leave her with them. Yep. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, that's my inside voice talk. Oh, sorry.
No. Damn. Why Wookiee supremacy. Why does Ridley hate us so much? I don't know. Maybe Ridley is just kind of elderly now and he doesn't know what he's but I will say this again, like I said about Prometheus, he still knows how to make great looking films. He just hired bad writers.
Yeah. And the other thing too is sometimes when this whole concept of franchise and sequels, and this is like unicorn concept stuff to me. There's this chasing, the Godfather series did it pretty much right, but even in the third one, I actually like the third Godfather movie. I actually like it a lot. I
like the third one too. It's kind of like Alien 3. There was just a lot going on there behind the scenes that, came out in later years that we found out about, that, you gain a little bit of respect for because of those reasons.
Exactly.
Liked it better when the aliens were just, aliens. Damn right. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, Snortopoopas has a theory about where they came from.
Oh, sound the alarm. Those words have been spoken.
The knowledge has been dropped. Cuba has dropped the knowledge like a thermonuclear warhead.
Did you hear that? That was that Brie Larson. That is the gunshot to my balls, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. So for the next 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna be talking like this.
Geiger's paintings are brilliant, so says my brother Wookiee Supremacy, Hellcott Connection. The movies barely do the aliens justice.
Yeah, but you know what? While I agree, I will say that's the art of, well, not just Giger's art, but that's the art of making a film, because they had to do all of that by hand. So if you look at a painting like his or any one of them, you could look at it and say, how the hell are we going to make something like this? And they tried their best with their small ass budget, like $8.4 million, ladies and gentlemen, over 30 years ago. Imagine what that would inflate to nowadays. It's crazy.
Exactly. So we've got Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Prometheus, and Alien Covenant. Let's take a look at these, and how would we rate these 5 movies going from number 1 to number 5? And you can go 5 to 1, or you can go top down. Let's go with number 5, the worst.
The worst one out of the bunch. Oh, Alien Resurrection, hands down. Yep.
All right, number 4.
Number 4, I'm gonna have to go number 4, just because I don't dislike it as much as Resurrection. We'll go with Alien Covenant.
Okay, Alien Covenant is going to be your number 4.
More shots fired. Yeah, and And taking it up the ass behind that, we're going to go with Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, just because, and I have said this before, it's because we're going to go with Alien 3 because I have so much respect for that film. I have so much respect for David Fincher because he was just getting his balls blown off on a daily basis. And the fact that they were able to get a movie out at all, that just goes to show they did have some professionals trying their best on that film.
So let me get this straight. You think Resurrection is better than both Prometheus and Alien Covenant?
Oh, I thought we were doing worst to best.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got confused. Sorry. Worst to best. Okay.
I was like, no,
okay. I got confused. Ladies and gentlemen, Mexican Iron Man had a tortilla moment. A tortilla moment. Okay, God almighty. Okay, keep going. All right, so let's keep going now.
Yeah, and then to round out the top two, I would have to go Aliens and then the original Alien. Because I will say Aliens took things a little sidestep there. They brought in more action. They expanded the alien species. Like the Alien Queen, that was Jim Cameron's design, ladies and gentlemen. Giger did not actually design that. The director, James Cameron, actually designed that thing. Yes, and Jonathan Davis's microphone stand. For any of you Korn fans out there, if you look at Jonathan Davis's weird-ass kind of half-naked chick mic stand, Geeker also designed that for him, specifically for him. So yes, to round out the top two, Aliens and then Alien in that order, because Alien is the grandfather. It started it all. That movie was written, directed, filmed, and made with nothing but pure imagination and the blood, sweat, and tears of human hands. No computer generation, no nothing. Just built from top to bottom with hands. The same could be said about Aliens too, but I just think Alien gets more credit because it just started the whole snowball there.
And you know what I love about the analog stuff is, to me, when you look at this stuff visually, there's some very impressive things that can be done with CGI. Mm-hmm. But when you look at something cinematically from something shot on film, and you see the gorgeous paint, the colors, and all that stuff, and this is true of any movie. It has a very different feeling in it just feels different and it looks different versus sometimes some of the CGI stuff moves so fast and it's so blurry. Even if there's a lot of detail in the CGI, it doesn't feel real and it doesn't experience reality. It's to me, it's like listening to an album on a phonograph with an analog amp versus on an iPad or an iPhone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like here, you in the chat, I want to know this. Like, does anybody actually put on a set of headphones now and just relax, close your eyes, and just listen to an album? Does anyone even do that anymore? I'm kind of curious. I mean, I'm guilty of that myself. I haven't done that in a while. But to go back to what you're saying, like computer generation versus real world shit. I'm sure actors and actresses, they're used to it by now. But if it was even like 5-10 years ago, if you get an actor to walk onto a set that was built, not some green screen shit or blue screen or whatever they're doing. If you get an actor, like they'll be the actors and actresses will be the first ones to tell you, wow, that's something I can act with. There's something there that I can react to. I'm not staring at a screen and then I'm going to find out what I was looking at 6 months from now when the movie comes out. It's like, if you can do it in real life as opposed to CGI, do it in real life.
And what do you think of Nearsighted Cyclops' comment here?
Sorry. The set was so good in Alien, it made the ship seem more like a character than a set. You know what? It was a character. It was absolutely a character. All the sets in there were characters because the actors got to wander around on them. They got to react to what was going on within those sets around them. I mean, hell, they made it look like those sets were alive. Like, if you look at those sets from concept to construction, those things weren't just rattled together. They built those with function in mind, because those set designers would come on and say, all right, I'm going to draw you a picture of how this is going to look. And not only is it going to look cool, I'm going to tell you exactly how this is going to work. Like, if they could make those ships fly, they'd make them fly. Practical effects can make all the difference. You got it, Ronnie. Yeah, absolutely. And those sets, the ships were characters. Everything in there was a character, because it all came together in such a beautiful, mysterious world. And that's why the first Alien is my number one.
And then real quickly here, we've got Trinoculus who says, yes, he does listen to it. Wookiee Supremacy says, this is an answer to your question about listening to music, headphones. Wookiee Supremacy all the time. Forbidden Ruin says, yes, he does as well. Soul Assassin, yes. Psycho Dwarf 9.
Psycho Dwarf 9
says, yep. Punkwaddle says he used to. It's been a minute.
Oh, it's been a New York minute for us all. Daryl the Derelict with the $5 super chat. Aliens will always be my favorite of the franchise because of the late, great Bill Paxton. Game over, man. Game over. Where's some real pretty shit now, man? Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? I feel bad because you know what? Up until, what was it, Titanic and True Lies, didn't Bill Paxton die in every James Cameron movie?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, because he got killed off in Terminator. He got killed off in Aliens. He got teased about dying in True Lies. Actually, here's some trivia for you. If I'm not mistaken, Bill Paxton is the only regular character that has been killed by both an alien and a predator.
No, wait.
Because
Wait.
Bill Paxton was killed by a predator on a subway in Predator 2. Go look it up.
Holy shit, you're right. Oh, you have anything?
Oh, so double props for the late, great Bill Paxton. It was game over squared for that poor guy. Killed by both species. Who has that claim to fame? Only the late, great Bill Paxton.
Wow.
He is Colin P. Smith. So Bill Paxton is the American Sean Bean. Yeah.
Well, for Daryl the Derelict for $5 super chat, we got a very special skull for you. It's from my all-time favorite sci-fi property. It's number 2 on my list behind Star Trek, the original series, and you get a Battle Star skull. Well, that said brightest day at the end. Oops, I picked the wrong one. But
that's
all right.
Okay. And also, Trinoculus, Bill Paxton, professional red shirt. Damn right. Oh, thank God he wasn't in Star Trek. And I see everybody else popping up. He was also killed by a Terminator. Yep. So that, oh man, that is the trifecta of the sci-fi creepy species, man. And only Bill Paxton can say that.
Oh my God, Wookiee Supremacy says he saw Aliens when it came out in a theater that they marketed as IMAX before IMAX was invented. Newt damn near made my ears bleed. Oh my God.
Oh, I can only imagine what that.
Oh, that would have been epic. I can't even imagine what that would have been like.
Oh my God. You know, I imagine like people who went to see Alien in the theater were throwing up when that thing just came right out of John Hurt's chest and they were puking all over the place. I can imagine people running out of the theater by the dozens with blood just gushing out of their ears as soon as Newt let those lungs flare. Whew. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting sympathy pains just thinking about it.
Wow. Yep. Bill Paxton is the American Sean Bean. Yeah, kind of. God, when they killed him off in Game of Thrones early on, I was just livid.
I'm sorry. Mark the Infinitely Tired. Bill Paxton didn't die in Titanic, just his soul. You know what? I sat through that movie just out of sheer boredom because there was absolutely nothing else going on that day. There was nothing on TV, and I'm just thinking, oh my God. And I don't know how many of you have actually seen Titanic, but I remember my mom and my sister went to see it in the theater when that came out. And there was this...
Dude, it is the stupidest longest ass chick flick I've ever seen in my entire life. It is nauseating, that movie.
Oh my God.
It is nauseating.
You sit through that whole thing for 3.5 hours and there's like one tit in the entire movie. But no, this is a true story. My mom and my sister went to see that movie in the theater, and it got to the point where, oh geez, iceberg right ahead, and the ship hits the iceberg and the ship breaks in half. And so they're at the point in the movie where the ship is broken in half and the two halves are now like coming apart, and the big rotor blade at the end of the ship is now coming out of the water. And it got to the point where the guy fell and hit the rotor blades. So he basically got sliced and diced. And my mom said, watching that in the theater, it was just kind of like, ting. And my mom and my sister looked at each other and everyone in the theater has got their eyes covered, thinking, oh God, the horror. My mom and my sister burst out laughing when this guy just ting right off the blades of the fucking rotor blades there. Oh my God. And you know what? I probably would have too. Hey, and you know what? I also got to say this because this was funny. Jack, do you feel this? I'm never letting go. Yep. Except you let go of him right when he fucking died floating on that iceberg, didn't you?
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what? You know what? Like who mourns for Jack? Like who mourns for Orko recently? Who mourns for Orko? Who mourns for Jack? I'm like, what? I'll never let you get him. Jump in after him. If that was Jack, Jack would have jumped in the ice water, grabbed her, come back up. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Oh God! Oh, the biggest buzzkill in human history. I want to say a shout out to Steph, the Alter Nerd. Steph, what up? Hey, I'm going to send you something on Twitter. I'm going to invite you to the show this Wednesday if you're available, because we do Women of Fandom Wednesdays. Hey, brother, do you want to come back and do a Predator tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you all want to have us hammer out Predator tomorrow? Because we can make it happen if that's what you guys want.
1 if you want us both back tomorrow. 0 if you want to. I don't know. What's their alternative? I guess I could.
I don't know.
I know. Wait. Mexican Ironman goes live with a makeshift pole and does pole dancing for an hour in the morning.
Woo! And F in chat for the late great Bill Paxton. Godspeed, my man. Nobody died like you did. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I meant in the movies. Nobody died like him in the movies.
DJ Ronnie G says, Chloe Mexican Iron Man. Oh, God help us if we do.
Oh, my God. There's 2 of them again. That maybe that's what I am. Maybe I actually am a xenomorph. I am bred and adapted.
How did you get your avatar before we go? Because we're going to sign off in about 3 minutes. But how did you come up with your avatar idea? Who did that for you? Or did you do that?
I did. That was just something I whipped together in the second week of doing the show. After I saw my first avatar, how horribly outdated it was from a YouTube channel I don't even use. So I'm thinking, I'll just throw this together so I have something kind of cool looking that's up there.
That is so cool. So cool.
I see a lot of 1s and Fs in the chat. F for Bill Paxton and a lot of 1s. We got multiple 1s from Leia.
I'm not seeing any 0s to bring Mexican Iron Man back to do a how to pole dance when you're a chubby Mexican 101 class for tomorrow. I'm not feeling the love there.
Well, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but maybe there's no love to be had there.
What? Are you saying I have a product and the market doesn't want it?
I'm saying you may have a product that no market would want. But I mean, that's the weird thing. If you put something on the internet, there's no matter what it is, there's always going to be a little tiny sick group of perverts that are into it. There's all the 0s. Steph the Alter Nerd picking up the slack for everybody. Snorter-poopus, Q Burr bringing it up the rear for everybody else. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Here's an interesting experiment for everybody out there who has the time to do this. Take all the 0s and 1s in chat and throw them all into a binary number generator and see what phrase it comes up with.
Nearsighted Cyclops, Mexican Iron Man mud wrestling in the morning.
Oh, well, I don't have any yoga today, so maybe I can do some wrestling. I don't know.
I didn't want to ask you, but you said you did DP yoga. Is that what it was? TP?
Yeah, DDP yoga. Bam! I will say, no, they're not sponsoring me. I don't know Diamond Dallas Page, but if anyone is on the fence about it, I say just do some research, look it up, and see if it's right for you. Because so far, I gotta say, it's only been 4 or 5 days, but no, the body feels good. And yeah, 4 pounds. I'm down 4 pounds in 4 days, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
With just a little bit of little bit more proper eating, just a few dietary changes. But yeah, it's and I promise you this, you will sweat. You will sweat.
So you go to a class for this somewhere?
No, it's all done at home. I got the DDP app. I got a subscription for that, and it's been a lot of fun.
Sounds exciting. Well, thank you, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this morning. We will both see you tomorrow to talk some Predator franchise, and we're gonna go Predator, and we're gonna. How did you do that?
I can do weird things with my throat. Shut up.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said I can do. To get technical, I think that's the sound of my epiglottis flapping. The epiglottis is a little tiny flap of skin that covers your lung hole. That's why you actually can't breathe when you swallow. Try it. True story.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, on that note, I'm going to break back into the control room, and we're going to close this thing out with the Mexican Iron Man sign off, sign in, and then thank everybody for showing up. And we will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you, Zero, and I will see you tomorrow morning as well. And yeah, bye everybody.
Welcome to Mexican Iron Man.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.